Welcome to this Zentangle Quickie. My name is Heather Hartwick Gladden. I'm a certified Zentangle teacher, and today we're going to take a look at the tangle Syng, Syng with a Y, by CZT Shilpi Gupta. This is it's a neat tangle and has a cute story with it. So in the description section, I'm going to put a link to this tangle on tanglepatterns.com. And so you can read the story and even see her step outs. I'll put my step outs in the description section, also a link to them. And but that way you can see the story, see her step outs, and usually they add some extra artwork, whatever they submit to Linda, for entry. And anyway, it's just really cute. So I'm just gonna do one big one in the middle here, and it starts out with a circle. This is another one of those, it looks so neat and isn't really hard. Then, once you have your orb, did I say circle? Oh, shame on me. Once you have your orb, it's because in the story, yeah, that's why. All right. Then we're going to draw some straight lines. So imagining that you were drawing, like say a cross through here. So straight line going up, and then I would just continue it down because it's easy. And then across. Kind of looks like a sight or something at this point. Then we're going to subdivide these with the other straight lines. Okay. Then, this is so cute because it's like circle, or excuse me, orb and straight lines. It's just lovely. All right, then we're going to pair these up. So whichever way you want with, again, more straight lines, but we're going to make a V. So if you can kind of maybe figure out where the center might be, and if you miss, it's okay. So we have one, so we're pairing those two, and then we're going to pair these two. Like I said, with just a straight line. Two straight lines come into a V at the end. V or, well, yeah. And you can see already how these look like diamonds or gems. Then, in between, we're going to put two more straight lines, and we're not going to touch this. We're going to stay. Yeah, I'm just double checking. Yeah. So, straight line. I came close, but I'm not touching. And then, of course, you get to decide, well, how far away do you want, to be and all of that. So making V's. And then, essentially doing the opposite on the top. Two more straight lines on the top. Creating more diamonds. And there we have it. Now, the next part is really all up to you and how you want to decorate it. One way that she suggested, which I think is a great idea, I'm going to, because it's also, well, let me take that back. Two ways you could do this. And on my step outs, I did it both ways. I'm going to do it the second way. So one way is you could do curved lines. So like as if you're familiar with the tangle bales, where you do a curved line on this side, you could do curved lines. That would be cutting. I do have that in my step outs in the last box under decorate. But I'm going to do something different just to kind of go with the whole gem idea. And we're going to aura all of these sides. Like so. And you know what? I think we'll do these ones as well. And then as I'm doing this, I'm thinking, what should we do? Oh, no. Well, that's the way it is. I'll just have one weird one. Because I was thinking, well, what should I do in the circle as I'm doing this? You know what? This is a lesson in number one, going slow, number 2, just focusing on your pen and the strokes and all of that. All right. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to connect these corners. And one of those, I could have gone in a little bit further, and it is always, up to you however you want to decorate these. But this makes for a kind of a neat beveled idea. Oh, here's what I'm going to do. Look at that! See, there's no such thing as a mistake in Zentangle. You just have to creatively think, well, okay, what can I, instead of, because what my typical reaction would be, oh, let's throw it away, let's start over. And that's one of the lessons that I have learned through this is like, nope, let's just think creatively, what else can we do? And there we go. And it, so I have one that's odd. Oh, well, it's okay. So then, thinking about shading. Of course, you could, color is probably needed because it's just screaming for it, right? But I'm going to try, I just want to do this. I'm going to put some graphite on the outsides. I'm just going to do, actually, now that I've started doing more than one, because, you could do different colors. And I'm not being neat about it because I'm going to use the tortillon, and I might end up going darker. But I'm going to use the tortillon because I want it to blend in there and maybe, come out just a little bit into the, the top area. And some of it just is kind of, naturally, but I'm just, going just, just a smidge. And then we'll see, because we can play from here. Might need, sometimes, doing some, I've done stuff like this before, and then I realize I need to go a little bit further in. But that's why I like to do things in steps. And see how it looks, and think a little bit, and play. Play is the biggest part. And once I kind of got over the, or not got over, that's the wrong phrase. Got used to the notion of there's no such thing as a mistake, and to play, and that it is okay, and it is only paper. And then 2, if you don't like it, I just posted the Transcend class that I did. And so if you don't like it, then there's always other options. And of course I don't have it right here. Oh yes, I do. Then, you can do things like this. So, the class replays, I don't take time to edit them. I put a warning on, and which is just kind of funny. Oh, see, that's neat. And okay, so let's see what color. Oh, let's use this mulberry that I have right here handy. I'm going to add that to these sides. So there's, a lot of chit chat. I will, sometimes I will, nip off the end if it's gone too long, because sometimes I forget to turn off the recording. And the idea is it is just like you're there. And I do the warning just so that way nobody thinks that this is not, not fancy. This is, it's not necessarily a production. All right, so this is one of this. Oh, I need to clean that off. So I am using a colorless blender, and I am wiping up because I was just using it with blue. And the colorless blender, if you are into Prismacolors, or if you want them, I think they sell them in like a 2-pack. This is the number PC1077. And so without adding color, because what I want to do is I want to smooth this out. So similar to, and I'm bringing it in here to the center because that's what I was aiming to do. So similar to the tortillon, you know, it sort of blends. It's hard to blend things with the waxy colored pencil. So you can do this. So they call this burnishing, and so it's just kind of, it's like rubbing the wax into the paper. I'm thinking somehow it warms it up a little bit or something to get it moving around. And but you can do it also with the white. You could do it, you know, with another color if you wanted to, where you're just, you know, drawing over the other color and creating that smoothness versus, you know, what we have like right here. And then so I'm also bringing the colored pencil into the center and automatically shading it because I didn't have any in there. I just put it on the outside. And isn't that neat? And so, since I have, oh, let's do this blue. You know, as you can't have a big orb here without, let's see. Do I want to have a bottom? I don't know. Oh, you know what? I think I'll make it in the center. So what I'm doing is I'm adding a little bit of white, which will act as a resist. So that way, just in case I go a little too crazy, we'll see. I'm experimenting and playing because, you know, I like to do this right here with, because I do these in one take, and so whatever happens, happens. So I put dark around the outside, and then I'm with just scribbling, and I'm going lighter and lighter as I get into the center. And you can see the color kind of change there with the white. And I gotta wipe this. With the colorless blender, it's like plastic or something. So it's sharpenable, and so what I'm going to do is with this, actually, you know what? Let me take that back. Oops, wrong blue. Let me do this. So that way I can show you with the white. I'm just going to go in a little bit further. And so with the white, same idea. But you know, but you're adding color, you know, the white color as you're doing it, but you can see how it's, as I'm going over it, it's starting to blend. You didn't know that you were in for all this. You just thought you were going to come and watch this. You thought we were just going to do a tangle. Huh. Oh, and let's see. Oh, I'm still kind of within my normal time. All right. You thought you were just going to learn a tangle. You get a little bonus. And I do have a separate tangle on doing gems. That's what we call this. Some people call them Zen gems. I just like to call them gems. Heather's way of doing them. All right. So isn't that fun? And then we kind of top these off with a little white jelly roll. And, you know, and I kind of go on the side, you know, and I just, you know, pick a side type of thing. You know, you can have more than one. It can be, like I'm just doing a swipe. We'll see how does it look in there. Oh, it looks pretty good. Sometimes with these white, what am I? Oh, I have the 10. Okay. There we go. Sometimes I tap because these jelly rolls like lightness. Well, let's see what happens if I'm going to add a little bit more, because you can do this with the pencil. Now, one challenge if you're doing this is sometimes the jelly roll picks up a little bit of the, like say, the wax from this, or let's try, or the graphite if you're doing a, you know, if you're doing this over the graphite. Well, I don't know if that's going to work so well. And sometimes also I notice it helps to do it where it's plenty dark, and then also well, I should say also, last thing with these is that that does like to they need to kind of dry a little bit, and then then they usually end up brightening up a bit. So, anywho, the center looks really awesome though. I usually put the light in one side, you know, but that looks really cool. Anyway, I'm tickled with myself. And thanks for watching. So with that, if you enjoyed this, Thumbs up are greatly appreciated, as well as subscriptions. If you're not subscribed to the channel, would love to have you. You can click that subscription button, and then also do click the notification bell so that way you can decide how you want to be notified, if you want to be notified at all. And feel free to leave any comments. And with that, I wish you happy tangling. Enjoy.